Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about a skill that's honestly becoming just as important as writing a good email. And that is, how do you talk to AI? How do you actually get what you want from tools like ChatGPT or Claude? Not just sometimes, but every single time. So have you ever had this happen? You ask an AI what feels like a simple question, and what you get back is this, just generic, totally useless wall of text. It's super frustrating, right? But here's the thing, and this is the secret. The problem? It's usually not the AI, it's us. It's the way we're asking. Okay, just look at this table. It's the same exact question, explain machine learning, but asked in 4 different ways, and the answers are worlds apart. Now, the AI didn't magically get smarter between each of these requests. Nope, the request got smarter. And that right there, that's the fundamental rule we're talking about today. Garbage in, garbage out. The quality of what you get back is 100% tied to the quality of what you put in.
And that really brings us to the core of the issue. Let's call it the communication problem. The big shift we need to make is to stop just asking questions and start giving directions. Think of it like this. You're not chatting with a coworker. You're instructing a brilliant, incredibly powerful, but very, very literal assistant. And that whole process, that's what we call prompt engineering.
Yeah, I love this quote. Prompt engineering is the art of directing probability. That is the perfect way to think about it. You're not talking to a consciousness. You're talking to a massive engine that's just matching patterns. Your job with your prompt is to put up guardrails to narrow down all the billions of possible answers to the one precise answer you're actually looking for. You're basically stacking the deck in your favor.
So what does a great prompt look like? Well, a really solid one usually has 4 key ingredients. Think of this as your recipe for success. First, you've got context, setting the stage. Then, the instruction, what you actually want it to do. Third is the input, the raw material you're giving it to work with. And last, but definitely not least, is the output. You have to tell it exactly how you want the answer format.
All right, so let's get into the good stuff. We're diving into the practical toolkit now with 3 essential prompting techniques. And these aren't just theory, these will literally transform your results, I promise. We'll start with the one you're probably already doing, even if you don't know what it's called. And that first one is called zero-shot prompting. It's exactly what it sounds like. You give it 0 examples. It's just a straight, direct command. Translate this sentence into Spanish. Write a haiku about coffee. It works great for simple stuff the AI has already been trained on a million times.
But okay, for anything more complex, you need more control. And that's where few-shot prompting comes in. Honestly, if you learn one thing from this, let it be this. This is the single biggest upgrade you can make. The idea is simple. Stop just telling the AI what you want and start showing it with a couple of good examples.
The difference is just night and day. Look at this. Instead of trying to describe a good email subject line with a bunch of adjectives, you just show it 3 perfect examples. Boom! The AI instantly gets the style, the tone, the length, everything. And that's the big takeaway here. One great example is way more powerful than a whole paragraph of confusing instructions.
All right, now for my favorite one. This is the magic trick. This is how you unlock the AI's hidden reasoning power. It's called chain of thought prompting, and it sounds super technical, but it is unbelievably simple. All you do is ask the AI to think step by step.
Check out this classic riddle. You ask the AI, a farmer has 17 sheep, all but 9 run away. How many are left? And it spits out 8. It just does the simple math, 17 minus 9. It's wrong. But now, watch this. You ask the exact same question, but you just add that little magic phrase. Let's think step by step. All of a sudden, it pauses. It analyzes the phrase all but 9 and realizes, oh, that means 9 are the ones that are left. It gets the right answer simply because we forced it to show its work.
And look, this isn't just a cute party trick for riddles. For any task that involves logic or math or any kind of step-by-step reasoning, adding that one simple phrase can boost accuracy by 2 to 3 times. Think about that. That's a huge improvement for basically 0 extra work on your part.
Okay, so let's put it all together now. We're going to look at a real before and after and see how we can use all these ideas to transform a totally vague, pretty useless prompt into something sharp and professional.
This is where most of us start, right? The before prompt. Something like, what do you think of this landing page? And then you just paste in the text. What's the AI supposed to do with that? It has no context, no idea who the audience is, no clue what good even means to you, so naturally the answer you get back is going to be just as vague and generic.
But this is the after.
This is where we want to get to. A pro-level prompt like this leaves absolutely nothing to chance. You give it a role, you are a conversion expert. You give it clear criteria to judge by. You tell it exactly what format to use, a table in this case. You even give it an example of what you want. See the difference? You're not just hoping for a good answer anymore, you're engineering it.
So if we boil it all down, here's the 80-20 of it all. You really don't need to be a computer scientist to do this stuff. Just focusing on these 5 things will get you most of the way there. 1. Be super specific. 2. Tell it the format you want. 3. Always give it context. 4. Use examples whenever you can. And 5. Don't be afraid to try again and tweak it. It's all about iteration.
Because at the end of the day, mastering this, it isn't really about the technology. It's about learning to be clear in your own thinking. It's a new kind of literacy, really. The essential skill for taking an idea that's in your head and turning it into something real. So now that you know how to ask, what are you going to create?